Hello, welcome to the Sell Your Knowledge Masterclass course. My name is Lucky Johnson, and I am going to be showing you step by step how I have been able to sell my knowledge through online courses in the past few years, actually. But then it didn't actually start off with a course. Yeah, I started off with online classes, especially on WhatsApp, and now it has transited to courses. And in this particular course, I'm going to be showing you how you too can replicate my results. All right, but before we delve into the course properly, I want to specially appreciate you for bringing out your hard-earned money to buy this course. Yes, there are many people who actually get information like this, maybe online or after attending a seminar or a conference, and then they begin to rationalize, they begin to analyze, and that is what we call analysis paralysis. All right, and for many people who have that ailment, permit to call it an ailment, for many people who have that ailment, all they do is dream, all they do is wish, all they do is analyze, and they never take any action at the end of the day. And if you do not take any action, there is no way you can actually get any result. So I want to appreciate you because you are an action taker. All right, and in our world today, it is those who take action that actually see results, and you are one of those who have taken action with respect to getting this course, and now you are about to see exactly the things I do. I'm going to be showing you everything from one point to the other. Just permit me to say this is not a regular masterclass course, because I'm not going to be formal at all. I'm going to be informal. How do I mean? I'm going to be explaining to you as if I'm explaining to my brother, as if I'm explaining to my sister. I'm going to be breaking things down, all right, to the barest minimum that you can understand, and then you can flow with. All right, so without further ado, let's delve into the course properly. So what is my goal for this course? My goal for this course is to help you stop dreaming and start doing. It is to help you stop dreaming and start doing. Now, regardless of the current level that you are currently at, whether financially or otherwise, or with respect to things like this, maybe you are new to the online space. Maybe this is your first time you'll be learning about creating a course to sell online or selling your knowledge. Now, I am going to help you stop dreaming, because I probably believe that you have seen people who are making a lot of money selling their knowledge, and you wish you could have their kind of result. I want to stop you from wishing and then move you to start doing, so that you too can also have the kind of results that they have, because of course you have the potential. And then secondly, it is not just about helping you to stop dreaming and then start doing, but while you are doing, I want to also help you convert your knowledge into consistent cash flow on demand. Consistent cash flow on demand. How do I mean by consistent cash flow on demand? I remember when I first created my first course, the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course. That was, of course, my first online course. I've been doing trainings on WhatsApp over time on different, skills actually. But that was my first video course. Okay. I remember when I launched it, I wasn't making so much initially, maybe around 50K in a week. But then I sat down and I began to brainstorm. I was thinking, how do I scale this particular course to a point whereby I can make 100K? I mean, pure profit, 100K profit aside my costs in a week, or 150K, 200K. This is what we call cash flow on demand. The point whereby you can sit down and then you decide how much you want for the week. That's cash flow on demand. I want to make 100,000 naira this week. I want to make 1,000,000 naira this month. That's cash flow on demand. And it's not just by mere saying, okay, they say talk is cheap. No, talk is free. Anybody can talk, right? As far as you can speak, you can talk, but then you have to put in the work to get the results. Okay, but the truth is that it is not just any kind of action that produces results. It is strategic actions that produce results. Strategic actions, actions that come by reason of deep thinking, and from the application of the right knowledge. That's strategic action. It comes from deep thinking and then the application of the right knowledge. Okay, and of course, it is the right knowledge that you will be getting all through this course. So I want to beg you to pay complete attention. At least you have paid, right? You have paid the money. At least the next thing you need to pay now is attention. They say when people pay, they pay attention. When they don't pay, then there's every likelihood that they will not pay attention. So you have paid the money now. It is time for you to pay attention. Okay, so let's delve into the course very quickly. All right, so this is module 1 of the course, and in this module 1, we are going to be looking at something that I consider the foundation of this particular course. It is the foundation of this particular course. And like I said, this is not the formal course where course creators, they speak English, they use all manner of terminologies. No, I'm not here to impress you with my English or vocabulary whatsoever. I am here to help you get results. That is my goal for this course. I am here to help you get results such that maybe for those who are broke today, in the next 1 month, you will have cash in your hand or in your bank account as evidence that the things you are learning or you learned in the course actually works. Okay, and then for those who have some level of result, maybe God has helped you scale to a point where you make a few hundreds of thousands every month. You can scale it into the millions. Yes. So that's why I intentionally titled every module in a way that it can resonate with you and then spur you up, trigger you to take action. So in this module, we are going to discuss this that I have tagged everyone, including you, has something to offer. Everyone, including you, has something to offer. Remember, the title of this course is Sell Your Knowledge Masterclass. Now, I know that you may be wondering, maybe you saw the kind of results that I was getting by reason of the course that I sell, and you want that kind of results, but something within you was making you contemplate, can I really get the kind of result that this guy is getting right now? Well, let me just take a leap of faith and just buy the course. Let me even see what is in the course. Now, I want to tell you first of all that everyone, including you, has something to offer. Okay? Now, there is no human being on earth created by God that does not have something to offer. There is none. There is none. No human being, regardless of your religion, regardless of your race, regardless of your complexion, regardless of the country or the continent where you are from, there is no human being on earth created by God that does not have something to offer. It's unfortunate that you may not have noticed it. You may not have been able to identify it, but I am just letting you know now, in case you are not aware, you have something to offer. There is something within you that you have to offer. Okay, so unfortunately, most people have not come to the realization of their true worth. Most people have not come to the realization of their true worth. Okay, and because of that, they think and believe that they are good for nothing and do not have anything valuable to offer. Okay, now I know that there are many reasons for this. There are some of us who were born into families that are not necessarily well-to-do, or we're not well-to-do, okay, as at the time we were born. And of course, there is no exception to me. Yes, I wasn't born into a wealthy or rich family. I was born into, let me just say, an average family, okay, a poor family actually. Maybe I'm just trying to be conservative, okay, but truth be told, I was born into a family with a very humble background as far as financial prosperity is concerned. And because of this, it has the tendency to affect the way you think. It has the tendency to affect your mindset. And again, your environment. Some of us did not grow in the best environment. We grew up in environments like maybe Ajegunle, maybe Ojo in Lagos, and maybe some very dirty places around wherever, whichever country where you were born or you were raised. Okay, so these are some of the reasons why some of us believe that we don't have anything to offer. The best kind of jobs are for those who are from wealthy family, not for me. I mean, what do I have to offer? Can I earn $1 million in a month? Who dash monkey banana? So, all of these kind of sayings. And again, many of us attended schools that did not do justice to our potentials. So there is a likelihood that your teacher judged you by reason of your score during maybe an exercise in class or a test or your exam. Imagine over 10, you scored 2. The teacher can look at you and say, you are good for nothing, you dull head, you big head. So all of these communications coming to us as a child definitely we mold to become something that we will have to fight when we become adults. And truth be told, it is part of the things that you and I have struggled with all through our life up until now. Okay, so if nobody has ever told you that there is something good in you, I am telling you now, this is the commencement of this course. I am breaking that mindset right now. You have something to offer. Yes, you have something to offer. If you are tall, you cannot be short at the same time. And if you are short, you cannot be tall at the same time. That is the point. That is the point. The person who is taller than you and claiming to be better than you as far as height is concerned, the person can also be shorter than you. So it simply means you have something that that person does not have. So you need to take that thing off your mind. Take it off your mind. It may not go instantly, even right now that I'm speaking to you, but please believe me and then continue to encourage yourself that you have something to offer. No matter your academic background, this course is not for people who are graduates. It is not for people who are BSc holders, or this course is for anybody who wants to make something out of their knowledge. Yes, it is for you. And it is for anyone out there who wants to make something out of their knowledge. So please, this is the first thing I need you to absorb into your mind and into your spirit. Everyone, including you, has something to offer. Now, if the statement in the previous slide, I made mention that unfortunately, most people have not come to the realization of their true worth. Hence, they think and believe that they are good for nothing and do not have anything valuable to offer. So if that statement in the previous slide happens to describe you, it simply means that you need a new original orientation about who you are and what you have to offer that the world will be willing to pay you for. You need a new orientation. Okay, and it is that new orientation that I'm coming to give you in this course. It is that new orientation that I'm coming to give you. Now, in fact, it is not necessarily a new orientation. It is the original orientation. It is the original orientation. God did not create you empty. Yes, regardless of your religion, God never created anybody empty. Yeah, you have something to offer, of course. But then there are a few truths that I want you to deeply think and meditate upon. Okay, so this is the original orientation, the new original orientation that I want to give to you. Okay, so please settle down. In fact, I could have said this when we started. If you have not taken a note to write down some of the points you are going to be getting from this course, please grab a notebook right now and a pen. Grab a good notebook. If you don't have one close to you, a good one, you can just grab a sheet of paper. Make sure you write something down. Okay? And of course, if you have a good notebook, maybe a diary or a jotter, please write something down. And don't just write for the sake of writing. And please, let me put a disclaimer, don't rush through this course. Don't rush it, because what we are dealing with right here is not just an issue of making money. No, it is an issue of mindsets. Because it is as you are within that you can manifest without. Okay? Yes. The Bible says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay, I don't know whether you have a Bible or you read the Bible, but I'm just quoting something from what the Bible says. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. According to Jim Rohn, he said, income will really exceed personal development. Income will really exceed personal development. It simply means that the level of financial resources that you have at your disposal right now is a reflection of the level of your personal development. So if you want to increase your income, you have to increase your personal development. You have to increase your IQ. You have to increase your mindset. Okay, that's why I'm encouraging you. Please, there are a few truths I want you to deeply think and meditate upon. All right, so do you already have your notes and your pen with you right now? Okay, so if you already have that, let's go on. If you don't have it yet, please, I want you to pause this video, get a note and get a pen. If you have done that, let's go forward. So this is the first thing I want you to know. Number one, nobody was created empty. I said it before, but let me re-echo it now deeply. Nobody was created empty. Every human being was created with something valuable and unique. Nobody was created empty. Okay, now let me begin to paint a few pictures so that you understand what I am talking about. Let's start from your biological organs. Have you seen any human being without a heart? That, oh, this child was born and they found out that the child does not have a heart. No. Have you found any human being without kidneys? Have you found any human being without lungs? So, even the wealthy people that you look up to, it is the same framework that you have that they also possess. Nobody was created empty. Okay? There is nobody on earth that was created empty. Every human being was created with something valuable and unique. All right? But of course, as far as maybe resources is concerned, again, let me compare the poor and the rich. I'm not trying to strike any form of contention between, respectfully speaking, those who fall in the class of the poor and then those who fall in the class of the rich. Sometimes being poor is just a temporary situation. When you know what you need to know to come out of poverty, tomorrow eventually you can become rich. All right? So, talking about the poor and the rich, which rich man's son or which rich man's child was born, and the moment the child was born, the child came with dollars and pounds on his or her hands as a baby, crying in the hospital but having $1,000 in his or her hand? Which child? None. And then when a poor man also gives birth to a child, which poor man's child have you seen coming into this world too, maybe with something that reflects poverty, or maybe with debt? Let's use that now, with debt, with a note that shows, oh, I'm owing $1,000 debt. So you see, at birth, every one of us came the same. However, we were born into different families. That's just the difference. But intrinsically speaking, we came the same. There is no difference. The person making $1 million right now is not different from you. When both of you were born, you were born the same. So nobody was created empty. Every human being was created with something valuable and unique. And to wrap up on this point, everyone came with potentials. Everyone came with potentials. I am married and I have a son. Do you know that, with respect to this point now, let me just wrap up with this point so we can go further. When my son was born, of course, like every other child, growing up gradually. When he got to the point where he was able to now sit, even as a baby, a few months old, I noticed that whenever we are playing a song, any sound, he just tries to move. He just tries to move. He likes to dance. I mean, nobody taught him how to dance. So, where did he learn how to dance? This is just a child of a few months old who is not, I mean, he has not really come to the realization of the happenings around this world. It simply showed that he had that potential. Yes, people learn how to dance, but listen to me, there are other people who come with that potential. It is true. It is true. That's why you see that these people are exceptional from those who just try to learn these things. So every one of us came with potentials. There are people who didn't have to learn how to sing. It was a potential. It was there. God deposited it inside of them when they came. Just like that. I mean, just like that. So, I mean, what could be inside of you right now that you are yet to recognize? Or maybe you are trivializing that it cannot do anything for you. Nobody was created empty. Write it down. Nobody, you can write it down. I was not created empty. Write it down. I was created with something valuable and unique. Now let's get to the next point. Nobody was created poor. The average human being is rich, even without money. Nobody was created poor. Remember the example I gave about the poor man's child and the rich man's child. Which of them comes to this world with $1,000 in their hands? None. Nobody was created poor. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand this analysis I'm going to give right now. Please, let me quickly put a disclaimer here. I'm going to put a disclaimer here. Please do not misunderstand this analysis I'm going to give. Now, I said nobody was created poor. Every human being, the average human being, is rich even without money. Now, let me give you an analysis. God help me. Now, do you have a kidney? Or do you have kidneys? Of course, there are two. You have kidneys, right? Do you know how much is a kidney in the market? I mean, I'm saying this with every sense of responsibility. Please, I can never encourage human trafficking or the sales of human parts. Never, never, never. It is devilish and it is against societal norm. Okay? But question, are there people selling their kidneys? The answer is yes. And do you know how much they sell their kidneys? At least maybe one of them. To maybe all of these hospitals or people who want kidney transplant and all of that. Millions of naira. It simply means that if that guy was poor yesterday and he found somebody who needed a kidney transplant and he sold one of his kidneys, that same day he would become a multi-millionaire. So was that guy poor initially? So do you understand what I'm talking about now? Please, I will never encourage that. Don't try it. You will know. I will now come to the climax of these things. By the time we are getting to the end of this module 1, I'll begin to show you the things you are permitted to sell that are within you. Do you have a heart? Do you have, people sell all manner of things. People sell all manner of things. And this one is even the most common one that we know around. I hope you know that when you go to the hospital, the blood you go to buy to transfuse to a patient that needs blood was donated by somebody. Sometimes the hospital management can ask, okay, do you have a donor in your family? If yes, okay, the person can come to donate. If no, so where are they going to get that blood from? Okay, it's an animal's blood, right? A human being comes to sell his blood. My sister was hospitalized a couple of months ago, and we needed to get blood transfusion and all of that. And since we've been running, eta sketa, the doctors advised that we shouldn't be the ones to donate Because I mean, imagine running up and down and you are donating blood. Maybe you become the next patient to be admitted at the hospital. So he just recommended that we should get blood. We bought 1 pint of blood for 15,000 naira. One. And I think she needed, there were all kinds of speculation that, okay, she will need up to like 10, and 15,000 times 10, that was 150K. People said their blood. So, was that guy poor initially? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not encouraging you to say, no, you don't do this. No, it is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. So do you now believe that nobody was created poor? God didn't create anyone poor. No, the average human being is rich, even without money. Even without money. Okay, let me give you another analysis. Imagine that I am broke, completely broke, flat broke, 0 naira, 0 kobo, everywhere, no money anywhere. And then just strolling across a particular environment, I found out that maybe there is a particular plot of land somewhere, and the owner of the land needed somebody to clear the bush, and then to be paid, say, 10,000 naira. And then I offer my service. I say, I can clear it. I need the money. I can clear it. And then he provides all of the equipment, cutlass and all of that. And then it takes me the next couple of hours and I finish the entire job. And the man pays me, say, 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira. Was I poor initially? What we call poverty is absence of money, and that is not. Poverty is not the absence of money. Poverty is not the absence of money. Okay? So nobody was created poor. You were not created poor. I don't care how much is your account balance right now. Take that thing off your mind. You were not created poor. Number 3, poverty is not the lack of money. Like I said, it is the lack of value and productivity. Poverty is not the lack of money. Going back to the example I gave, I had the potential, I had energy to clear, and make a bushy land nice, neat. But all along, I was there doing nothing. That's the lack of productivity we are talking about. When you don't do anything. So the reason why people don't have money in their hand is because they refuse to do what will bring money. So the poverty is not the lack of money. It is the refusal. You see that now? The refusal to deploy your value so that you can have money. That is the poverty. The refusal. Okay? So lack of value and lack of productivity. That is actual poverty. It's not just the lack of money. The lack of money is simply an evidence. It is a physical manifestation of what is happening within that individual. Okay? So poverty is not the lack of money. It is the lack of value. There is something you have that after this course, by the time you put all these things together, you will come back and thank me for this course. I assure you, not to boast whatsoever, with every sense of humility, because I would have helped you identify what you have within that you can actually offer to your world. Okay, so let's go to point number 4. Money follows value. Number 4, money follows value. Remember I said poverty is not the lack of money. It is what? The lack of value and productivity. It simply means when value now comes, when you now offer value, money automatically gravitates towards you. Value is like magnet. Value is like magnet. If I sit down and say, oh, I won't do anything, I will be poor. But the moment I get up and say, I have energy to work, so let me go to a car wash and begin to wash cars. If I wash one car, maybe 1,000 naira, what has happened? I have simply offered value and money has come. Money follows value. So, in other words, to become rich, look for one problem, just one. To become rich, look for one problem that people are suffering from. Come up with a solution and offer it to them at a price. Full stop. Did you get that? Read it again. To become rich, look for one problem. Okay? Not just any kind of problem, but one problem that people are suffering from. Come up with a solution and offer it to them at a price. Let me give you an example. Let's say you come into a new environment, and in the whole of that area, maybe there are small businesses around where people come to work and all of that, and there is no place they can get food. They come to work in the morning, they have to go maybe by 5 o'clock or by 6 o'clock in the evening. They have to go home. Do you suppose that when they come in the morning, they will not eat from that morning till they close? No, that's a problem already. They need food. That's a problem already. So the moment you create a small shade and start cooking and selling food, what will happen? Because the truth is that not everybody can actually cook and take food from home, and not everybody likes to do that, especially my gender. Many males, they don't like to do that, and especially if you are not married yet, right? So it simply means that these people need food, and the moment you can cook, and of course when the food is good, when the food is delicious, the moment you can cook and sell, what happens? You start making money. That is it. Money follows value. Even though this course is with respect to how to sell your knowledge, but listen to me. Besides that, now let me quickly talk about value. There are things that you can sell. Transportation is value. Transportation is value. Till tomorrow, transportation is still one of the most viable businesses that you can venture into. Yes. People need to move from one place to another. Let me not deviate, okay? There are many things. These are some of the things that I teach when I'm having some of my mentorship classes, deep down mentorship classes, and some of my one-on-one consultancy when I have this that opportunity with people. Okay? So money follows value. Money follows value. Okay? Look for one problem that people are suffering from. Come up with a solution. Then offer it to them at a price. It's as simple as that. And now, lastly, nothing works until you move. Nothing works until you move. What does that mean? Take action now and start with what you have where you are. You know, many times, people complain so much about what they don't have, failing to recognize what they have and how they can utilize it to get what they want. You see that people complain about what they don't have, failing to recognize what they currently have and how they can use it to get what they want. See, let me tell you, the knowledge that you have right now, the moment you convert it and turn it into a course that people can buy, the way you will speed up and make 1 million naira, even you will be shocked. I'm telling you, even you will be shocked. I don't care the level of that knowledge. All you need to do is just brush it up. And that is what this course, that's what I am trying to help you do in this course. But I need to tell you this thing. You must take action. You have to take action and start with what you have. Because I know that many excuses that will be coming later is, oh, I don't have a laptop. You have a smartphone. You can start with your smartphone. Because people complain about what they don't have. What about the things that you have? Even if you don't have a phone, maybe the one you are using to watch this course now, you borrowed it. For instance, you can still borrow a phone and use it to do something and make money. You can borrow a laptop. But you just have to take action. It is very important. You just have to take action. I hope I'm not being arrogant with the way I'm speaking. I'm speaking like this because I'm so passionate to help you see the things that probably you've not been seeing. I'm so passionate because my goal is to see that you bought this course and at the end of the day, you have gotten so much results that are now the evidences to show that indeed what I'm teaching you works. So nothing works until you move. Please don't just understand this. Nothing works. You have to take action. All right. So let's recap as we wrap up. Number one, nobody was created empty. Okay. Number two, nobody was created poor. Number three, poverty is not the lack of money. And number four, money follows value. Money follows value. And finally, nothing works until you move. Nothing works until you move. I hope this has helped to actually help you get a new orientation. This is the foundation. So everything we are going to be doing in this course, in the subsequent modules, are going to be built. They will be built upon these foundations that we have established. All right, so thank you. Let's go to the next module.